Hello traders and future millionaires, welcome to this amazing video where I'm gonna be teaching you how to use the breaker block but in a very unique way. I had made a video in the past where I was showing you how to use the breaker block, but with this video I'm gonna show you a minor difference which makes all the difference in the world. My name is Chris, I am the owner of ChrisFX and the SMC Trader, and I'm teaching traders the best strategies out there. I'm helping them become funded, quit their 9-to-5 jobs and live the life of their dreams. So what is the breaker block real quick? Let's say that we have an impulsive move towards the upside, such as this move exactly right here. And let's say then that this move, as you see it, is breaking above this point very impulsively without even giving the slightest reaction from this resistance area. You can call it, or you can call it an order block. Here you will be having an order block. So if you don't have with this move, as you see it right here, if there is no reaction at all from this area, then this becomes your breaker block. What does this mean? This means that now you can use this point that you see right here. Let's say that your order block, the last up candlestick before the down move was this candlestick right here, let's say, okay, you can now use this order block as your point of interest and place a pending order exactly on top of this order block, a stop loss right below it, and then you can take your profits either right here at the top of this impulsive break, or you can take your profits to other points of interest from a higher time frame. Now, in the past, what I was showing to you was that you should be expecting a full retracement, and of course then price would go. Now many times this is not gonna happen, and I will show you with my first example what that means. Many times this thing that you see right here, let's say that it is a very impulsive bullish candlestick, this one, this impulsive movement that I showed you, let's say that this is this bullish candlestick. Many times the next candlestick is gonna do something like that. It is gonna give a wick which is gonna instantly tap on this breaker block, and then price is gonna go. So it is very important that you place the order instantly after the impulsive break of structure. Now let's continue with our real life examples. And here is an example. I took this trade, but I took it with repositioning. This is a trade that I did not call on the Telegram group, but there you go. With our first example, I can go back in time and I can explain what I was just telling you. So you have this movement, and then this movement, by the way, over here had grabbed liquidity from other time frames, because if you check above those areas right here, if I place my liquidity rectangle and if I extend it all the way to the right, you will see that we grabbed liquidity above this area. I am on the 15-minute time frame. We see that we broke below this low very impulsively. Remember the drawing that I gave you a little bit earlier? It is, we did this drawing, this drawing, now we have this. So now we have changed character, which makes sense because it happened after this grab of liquidity. So what I was telling you, you cannot always expect our breaker block. Where is our breaker block in this occasion? Let's talk about that first. It is this candlestick, this dark candlestick, this bearish candlestick. It is an order block which did not get tested at all. When price made it back here, it just penetrated it. You didn't see the simplest, let's say, reaction from this. You didn't see it at all. It was just a straight line, this one penetrating this order block. So where would your trade go now? your trade will be placed instantly, and it will be placed at the bottom of this candlestick, and the stop loss, it will be placed above this candlestick right here, above the high of this order block. This is your breaker block. So the order goes like that right here. Now regarding targets, of course you will not target here now. You have other premises such as this whole liquidity until this FVG. I would definitely go for that, as I did also with my repositioning, of course. And now this is what I want to show you with this video. You will see in this example that price came back an additional time and retested this breaker, let's say before it left. But the point of this video is to show you that sometimes this thing is gonna happen as you see it. The immediate next candlestick will come, tap on the breaker, and it's gonna leave instantly without coming back at all. In this occasion, as I said, it came back one more time, as you see, and then price left without, of course, penetrating any deeper, without giving you any fear of losing this trade. And of course, if I play this price action, you will get amazed, absolutely amazed, on how much this went for. This went for a 10.6 to 1 reward to risk. Now, this trade right here, I took for the signals group, and believe me not, I will show you some proof. This happened right here. New order GBP USD buy, entry 1.22928, correct? 1.22928. So the entry was exactly right here. Now look at that. Here we closed, actually, let me show you. We closed partials at 8.5 pips. I closed 0.5% of the position, okay, 50% of initial size, and then I decided to close the whole position. I moved the stop loss, okay, way closer with my rules, and then I closed the rest at 15.1 pips. So this was a beautiful trade of 1.5 to 1 reward to risk in total, which I'm very happy about. So this trade was taken with exactly the same premise, but from a higher time frame perspective, which was this breaker block exactly right here. Of course, in this occasion, I wouldn't advocate that you go ahead and identify, let's say, this candlestick only and place the stop loss right below this candlestick. Okay, and this is not how I took this trade, but I took it with the premise of the 1 day breaker block, which is this one right here. This is the same exact premise. This would be your breaker in this occasion. This would be the top of the breaker. On a lower time frame, I saw what I want to see, impulsive break below with an instant close above the area, and then I applied my spectacular strategy, my spectacular rules in order to take this trade, because I have a rule-based strategy which you can find all about by clicking on the link down in the description. You can join the academy, which has a bunch of strategies that you can choose from, and of course these strategies as well. And the way I'm trading, you can book the one-on-one mentoring where I'm gonna teach you my specific strategy, the one that I'm using currently, let's say, and you can ask whatever else you want. Or of course you can do a bunch of things, as for example you can join the Telegram group, which is in other words the signals group, or you can go ahead and even enter the copy trading program where we split profits and I'm trading for you. Actually, I'm trading my capital and your capital by using repositioning. I'm not using stop losses in this occasion for my clients and for me on the other accounts. I'm using stop losses on the Telegram though, and the repositioning would look something like that. It is not a martingale strategy for those who might think that this is a martingale strategy. It has nothing to do with martingale and everything is calculated. I barely have any losses with repositioning, and of course today I had another win which I won instantly. I took this trade but without a stop loss. On the Telegram group though, I am using a stop loss, and sometimes a tight one. So let's move forward and let's show at least one more example of this spectacular strategy, which will not be hard to see. Now, I will show you this example. This is a lovely, lovely, lovely example. This is a tricky one, let's say, and it is not a trade that I took, but it is a trade that I see right here, and I can show you what I want to show you. So I'm gonna show it, despite some people who might say that this is all in retrospect, and they're absolutely right, actually, if they say that it is in retrospect, because I want to teach you this specific strategy. Let's move one step backwards right here. This is the new breaker block strategy. Again, when you break with a body of a candlestick on the time frame that you are on, or on the time frame that you are interested in. Here I am on the 15-minute time frame. It plays the same on all time frames, of course. What you're doing, which is my breaker in this occasion, it would be this whole huge candlestick that you see. This would be my breaker. Of course, this is a little bit huge, but this is besides the point. This is in order for me to show you that your trade would be going here with the stop loss right below this breaker. Look what happened now. You got activated into the trade instantly. You see that? Price never came back to retest this area. This was the point of this video. So it is not necessary that price is gonna come and retest afterwards and then leave. It might retrace with the immediate after candlestick, next candlestick, such as this one, and then price might go, you see? So your target would be hit without price ever coming back into this area. Then this thing played again. Of course, in this occasion, we saw that price came back one more time, but the breaker block held amazingly. Okay, it was fantastic. Even here now that I see it, even now right here, let me see. Yes, even here you wouldn't have been stopped out, but here we didn't break with a body, so excuse me about that, we will not be using this example. Let me see if I have more examples to show you. At least one more example would be spectacular. Here we don't have something immediately, so here this would qualify as your breaker, this candlestick right here, let's say in this occasion, and you could be placing an order instantly like that, but price never came back to activate you instantly. Here we have something similar. This would be a trade. Look, very impulsive break without price giving the slightest reaction from this candlestick. This is our candlestick right here, the highest candlestick. Okay, price, when it broke with this very bullish candlestick that you see right here, it didn't give the slightest reaction here before it went. So here you can place your order again, and if it is a big stop loss for your liking, it is besides the point of this video. You can just use the ones that you find the most appropriate, let's say. And here, before price would come and stop you out, you would have hit at least a 2.5 to 1 reward to risk. It is spectacular, isn't it? It is very nice. Let's see if we have more. Here we have a breaker, but this is not a good breaker because it is the same height with this one. Nonetheless, in the future, this is totally in retrospect. I would never take such trade. I'm just saying that in the future, price came back and actually it is this candlestick, excuse me. Price came back and retested it. So if you are ambitious, this is, or if you have back tested it, I shouldn't say ambitious, this is your trade. Price grabbed this liquidity and tapped into this FVG. Sorry, let me do that. Okay, this is now straight. Tapped also into this FVG, this remaining part. Here we have our fair value gap and it rejected it. It penetrated then, but it held from the breaker block. So this is an amazing way to place trades with the facilitation, let's say, of the breaker block, and this will have a lot of wins, guys, a lot of wins. Of course, now I'm showing the winning examples, there will be also losing examples. But even if I take this one right here, which is the highest point, actually it would be this one. Let me show you that again. This wasn't tested initially after this impulsive break right here. This is your candlestick, you extend it to the right, it is the same exact thing. There is your order, there is your stop loss, and there is your target. 4-to-1 reward to risk. Of course, you don't know for how long this is gonna run, but if you want me to play it a little bit like the YouTube traders who are showing 2000-to-1 reward to risk, I will do the same right here, and I will show you that this would have gone to 27-to-1 reward to risk. So if you are trading something like support resistance, this is, let's say, pretty much the only time where support recalls resistance, or the other way around plays out, when you have a very impulsive break without this being tested at all. Very important, very strong. You can implement it into your trading arsenal, and you can thank me later. You can go ahead and choose one of my spectacular programs, because you see here that I'm teaching you real things. And of course, these are realistic things that can get you certainly funded. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more free educational content. And one more thing that I want from you before we end it, I want you to go to my other channel, which I will be leaving right now on the top right of your screen. I will be leaving the other video. I want you to go and check out the other video on this subject from the SMC Trader, which is my second channel, where I will be doing a full back testing of this strategy so that you will know the statistics of it before you use it. So as of the making, as of the viewing, let's say, of this video from you, the other video will already have been published at the same exact point in time. Go ahead and watch it by clicking, as I said, on the top right of your screen. This is gonna do it for today, traders, and thank you all for watching. Until next time.